Hey legends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is AremuMyke and I'd like you to click that subscribe button and put on post notifications because I post wonderful videos and I don't want you to miss out on the legendary content which I have for you. So today we are going to be talking about 20 life lessons which I've learned for the past 20 years of living. Today is my birthday actually. Before we go into this video, YouTube, can I get the birthday song? And let's toast.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
This is to long life, to prosperity, and to growth in all areas of my life. So toast. The first lesson which I'd like you to learn is that your parents and your guardians and your well-wishers and those who want to take care of you are your greatest assets. You should leverage on that opportunity which you have right now, because not so many people are privileged to have that, and so that is the best place you can grow, that's the best place you can thrive. And so you should use every single second you have extremely well, because they are giving you the best that they could give you right now. So thank you to all our parents and our guardians and our well-wishers who always want us to grow and are doing everything to help us grow. The second lesson is that you must be willing to learn. You see, if you are a lifelong learner, if you begin to inculcate that into your life and you learn every single day, you get knowledge, you get more knowledge, you get skills, you read more books, and then you will notice that knowledge, we would say knowledge is power, and I believe since knowledge is power, then learning becomes your superpower. And for you to become a superhero in the world, for you to become a legend and make an impact wherever you go, you need to be willing to continually learn day in, day out. The third lesson is to be willing to listen. You must always want to listen. Most people want to talk and talk and talk and are not willing to listen to what other people have to say. When you listen, you get to see a different perspective of things and get to know another person's ideas, and that could help you to build yourself to become the legend who you are meant to be. The fourth lesson I'd like to tell you is to value relationships. So you see, your friends, your family, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunts, you need to value those relationships which you are with, because that's what will make up your network, and your network has a very great part to play in your life. If you have a strong network, you would most likely be pushed to greater heights and be referenced to do greater works in future. The fifth lesson I'd like to tell you is that you should be undeniably good at everything you do. You should be your best at every point in time, because that's the only way you would be able to get those people around you to refer you or tell other people about you and move you to greater heights from where you are to where you want to be. And also, even you would know that in the Bible it said, seest the man diligent in his duty, he will stand before kings and not mere men. And so that's just like, if you are diligent, if you are good in everything, you are undeniably good in everything you do, you stand before kings, you go to greater heights. The sixth lesson I would like to tell you is that everything happens for good. You see, in life there will be ups and there will be downs, and that's what life is about. It's up, down, up, down, up, down. And when you have your ups, you should live life to the fullest, enjoy them. When you have your downs, you should know deep within yourself that everything is meant for a good reason. The silver goes through the furnace in order to get purified to become the beautiful silver you see around. And that is how life is. When there's pressure on you, when something bad happens to you, you should know that deep within that process is to refine you to become greater and become the legend you are meant to be. The seventh lesson is that you should hold on to God. This is very important because God is the supreme being, and you knowing that you have the backing of a supreme being would help you to go through those tough times which I talked about, and would also help you to know that everything you put your hands into will come out extremely well and extremely successful no matter what you do. And so you should hold on to God, and I promise you He's not going to disappoint you. The eighth lesson I'd like to tell you is corrupt influence corrupts you. You see, wherever you are, you know that everyone is influencing another person, and it's clear bad communication corrupts good manners. No matter where you go, everywhere you go, always try to be undeniably good, as I've said before, and resist any communication which would influence you in a negative way. Sometimes you may not know, but you need to always be alert so that you may be able to tell which communication is not in line with what you believe in. Lesson 9: you have a choice. In life is full of choices. In life you either choose A or B. You can't choose both at the same time, because when you choose something, you're actually saying no to another thing. With that being said, I would like to say, in an objective exam, you can't shade A and B at the same time, because that will render that choice invalid. And that's how life is. You should learn to make the right choices. Go to your family and friends, tell them about the choices you want to make, and let them help you and guide you towards making the right choice. Also, you should know what is good for you and go after it. And you can make the right choice by subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell icon so that you will be notified anytime I post new videos. So come on, click it if you haven't. Life lesson number 10: planning is indispensable. You see, in life you need to plan. Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Someone said planning is useless, but it's indispensable, because you might not exactly follow the plan, but that plan will give your subconscious self the path to follow. And subconsciously, when you plan, when you write down those goals, when you put down daily tasks, you'll be able to tell yourself, this is the direction I'm going for the day, and of course get to the place where you're going. That's why routines are so important, and I've made some videos talking about routines. You can check them out. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. Life lesson 11: to learn to take risks. Life is about taking risks. Just the same way you choose at your own risk. And so you should know that anything you're doing, there's a risk involved, there's a consequence to every action you take. So take those actions. Don't be afraid of taking them. Make sure you take them. If you fail at doing them, you most likely learn from those mistakes which you have made. That brings me to lesson number 12, which is to take responsibility. Taking responsibility is having the ability to respond to whatever situation, or to whatever choice, or to whatever consequence or reaction which you have gotten from what you are doing. And taking responsibility for your life will make you know that you are the master of your life, and you have the ability to shape your own destiny by your actions, your thoughts. And when you are doing something, you ultimately know that you are responsible for whatever action and whatever consequence you are going to receive from it. So take responsibility for your life today. Lesson number 13 is to choose quality over quantity. You see, so many people would like to go after quantity than quality, but I would like to say that quality would always stand out. Imagine you having one masterpiece and then someone having 10,000 mediocre pieces. Your piece will still stand out. If your work has quality, it will always stand out amongst others, no matter the time frame it takes you to produce such quality work. And so I'm going to tell you today to choose quality over quantity in every situation. Lesson number 14: be unique. Every person on earth is made with a different fingerprint. Not even identical twins have the same, and that's how unique you are. You can't live your life the same way Nelson Mandela lived his life because he was a great man. You live your life and become great. The way I want myself to be great is the way I would live my life. And so the way you should not copy other people like that. You can pick certain things from them, but do not copy other people's lifestyles, because you are you and you should be unique in everything you do. Lesson 15, look to always add value wherever you go. Always be a giver. Look to give value. Don't, if you're always a taker, you get constipated. Imagine you eating and eating and eating without expelling what you've eaten out. You get constipated. So instead of you looking to take at every opportunity, you should look to give. Givers, as they say, would never lack, and that's a fact. Lesson 16, be a generalist. When I say be a generalist, as you are acquiring those knowledge and skills, do not just acquire knowledge based on one single thing. This is the time we are meant to acquire knowledge on a broad spectrum of things, and so that you'll be able to, because you never know where you will find yourself, and this will enable you to fit into almost any setting you find yourself in. When you have an idea of every single thing when you're abroad, but aim at being specialized in one area and still have a general knowledge of life. Lesson 17, document more. When I say document more, I mean you should learn to take journals, learn to tabulate your day in a way that you'll be able to look back and remember series of events which happened over time. You can take videos of it and just store them on the Google Cloud or your iCloud and just store them there, so that you'll be able to go back to it and say, oh, these were the steps I took, I can remember this day. And it's more fun to document things, because you never know when you will need those things again. Lesson 18, you should know when you need to rest. Resting is extremely important. Having those adequate times to relax should not be put aside. I'm not telling you to sleep for 15 hours a day. I'm telling you to know that resting is important and you should not overwork yourself. Lesson 19, be consistent. If you have to reach a goal, if you have to make an impact, you have to be consistent in whatever you are doing. You have to keep doing what you are doing constantly. Rome was not built in a day, and so you should learn from that it's a process, and you should learn to enjoy that process and continue in that process and in that line. To the last lesson, lesson 20, build good habits. When you build good habits, when you lay those good foundations for yourself and you take them through a lifetime, you would notice that your life will ultimately be better. So inculcate those habits. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also remember to leave your comment on what lesson you picked up from this video, and remember to share this video to your loved ones and to everyone around you. Remain blessed till next time. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit the circle in the middle to subscribe, and also any of the rectangles to watch my other videos.